Hey guys, come with me on a 22-hour flight from Houston to Bali. There are 3 legs of the flight. The first leg is 6 hours from Houston to Manchester, then Manchester to Singapore is another 13 and a half, and then 2 hours from Singapore to Bali. So I first stopped by the United Lounge. This pan-seared daikon with corn puree was also really nice. They have a large selection of different fruits and salad. I tried a little bit of everything, with my favorite being the cucumbers as well as the corn soup. And our flight was at 7 p.m., so we had dinner served on the plane right after that. I love flying Singapore Airlines because they're all super nice. Service is great, the staff are great, the food is great. Normally I actually don't eat the plain food, but this time I'll be trying. You have an in-flight menu, but I also did the book the cook, so they start you off with a drink. I got an orange juice, and before every meal they come around with hot towels, so I wiped my hands with that. And also, since when did Crazy Rich Asians disappear? Where is it? That's my #1 go-to movie on the plane. And then I had a little bit of snacks. I had these hot Cheetos. They were interesting. They're like hot Cheetos, but they taste like cheese as well. And then we also brought Airheads from home. That was good. Then the flight staff came around with some nuts, almonds, and cashews in a bag. That was pretty good. And then I always get their tea because Singapore Airlines carries TWG, which is my favorite brand of tea. I absolutely love their vanilla bourbon tea, and they actually came with some more warm nuts. That was really good. After that, they came around with some drinks. This was a Bellini, very good, refreshing, almost like a grapefruity juice. It was sweet. Then it was time for some more food, so they brought out the dishes, and they also had wine on the plane. For appetizer, they came around with some scallop salad. It was really good. The scallop was very tender, seasoned well. I liked the little cabbage slaw on the bottom. It was refreshing and had a little pickled acidity to it. And then came the main dish. I got their baked lobster. I love how they actually serve seafood on the plane. That's so cool. So the lobster was pretty good. It was tender as well, and it had this cornbread crust. They also came with little fingerling potatoes as well as some other vegetables. And for dessert, I got their tiramisu. This was alright, not the best. And of course, I had to end off with some more vanilla bourbon tea. And then I asked them to convert my seat into a bed, which is something they can do, so that's cool. I can lay flat. And then it was time for breakfast time. So they came in with some fruits and this really cool bread basket. But I slept for 5 hours. I just had dinner, went to bed, and then it felt like 2 hours. They tapped me and were like, okay, it's time for breakfast. It's literally nonstop eating on the plane, which is super fun. Anyways, here's the croissant, super buttery, flaky. It was actually really nice. It was warm on the inside as well. And for my main, I got the dim sum plate. It came with these little turnip cakes as well as a dumpling, some chili sauce for the siomai and other things. The turnip cake was pretty good, had a slight crisp on the outside. The dumplings and the siomai were pretty good as well. They both tasted similar. It was like a pork or chicken sort of filling. And then I made it to the second leg, which is Manchester to Singapore, and they had more food for us once we got onto the plane. So they started us off with the salad and, of course, a bread basket. The garlic bread's pretty good. It had a nice amount of garlic, slightly oily. I wanted to try the pasta. It had prosciutto and mozzarella cheese, but unfortunately I'm allergic to pesto. And then for my main, I got this chicken with a side of peas and green beans and mashed potatoes. It came with this different sauce. It's a red wine reduction sauce, which is actually really good. It had a deeper flavor because of the red wine reduction, which I enjoyed. But definitely the best thing on the plane was this limoncello gelato ice cream thing. It's like a sorbet, not really. It's ice cream, but there's limoncello inside. And it was so creamy, so sweet, so refreshing, so good. I would have eaten 2, 3 of these, but I only got one. But I'm telling you, this was the best thing on this plane. Oh gosh, just thinking of it is so good. And then I got some more snacks. Got this little gourmet popcorn and gourmet chips. The truffle chips were pretty good. I really liked the caramel popcorn. And look, more food. It was breakfast time already, so got fruits. I also got this muesli. I actually really like this muesli. I want to learn how to recreate it at home. Got another croissant, and I got their omelet. And I actually expected this omelet to be not so good, but it had an inside that was mushroom based, so it kind of had a truffle element to it, which was really nice. See, the inside, it's stuffed, it's filled, it's not a normal omelet. And then they also had these little sausages, which I didn't really like. Oh, and then the next leg was this nasi lemak, which I actually ate the entire thing. This was really good. Had chicken, had sambal, everything was great. Follow me for more honest reviews and foodie adventures.